just give you a little bit of history, and then I want to also describe kind of the history that I think you're really right at right now. For years, I was Secretary of Agriculture years ago, and we started at that point in time saying, what can we do to conserve and extend the Ogallala Aquifer? That's what we all want to do. That's what everybody wants to do. We started a discussion, but I think it was a premature discussion at that point in time. But I thought then if we can ever get some momentum going again to talk about what can we do to conserve and extend this aquifer so future generations can have more access to it, and we don't end up like the pictures that you saw up here in Clovis, New Mexico, and in Texas. That we need to do that. And we need to do it in a way that we work with local people, that you do it. Very first one of these meetings that I did when I was governor, I think we were in Tribune, Kansas. I'm not sure, Tracy, I think it was Tribune. And I was coming out and I was telling people we need to conserve and extend the Ogallala. And I came out and people, the first question I got was, well, aren't you guys just going to drop the hammer on us and make everybody cut back a certain amount? That was the first question. And it was a legitimate question that people were asking. It was just saying, okay, you've got the regulatory authority, you can try to create something here or there to do that. And I said, no, we're not going to do that. And we're not going to do that. And we haven't done that. Because I want to work with the people, because this aquifer is different throughout the state. It's in different places and it's different regions, and it operates different in different places. And what I want to do is put forward a series of tools that people can work with so they can determine in their area what they want to see taking place with the water. I started working with people saying, well, what are the tools that we can put into place to allow people to manage their local areas the way they see fit? And we had people start stepping forward in Sheridan 1 in northwest Kansas, that they went together, and it was people, both the livestock sector and the grain sector, saying, if we work together and reduce our pull in the aquifer in our area, then we can extend the life of this aquifer for decades. And they did it. It's been working. And that started, then some other people were saying, okay, what can we work with to make this happen? And people have been stepping up, and now we're getting better data points on the Sheridan 1. The aquifer 1 year even went up a little bit in that area. We had a nice wet year earlier this year out here. It's been dry here lately. But to a point of where, you know, they're pretty encouraged about what they're seeing in their area. And I got to think that helps their land price long term too, because the water is just so tied to the price and value of the land in this region. We can still farm without the irrigated water, but you know what that looks like in a dry year. You know what it looks like in a wet year. Wet year, we're good. Dry year, it's terrible. I want to go with where we are today. This is a serious time for you. I think it is that sort of Kairos moment. And a lot of people outside the state don't think we're going to be successful. They don't think we can do it. And it's a very simple principle of why. This is called, in economic terms, the tragedy of the commons. I don't know how many of you are familiar, have read this, and some of you I know have. And that is that when you have a common commodity, and what it matters is whether or not you get it, then the tragedy of commons is nobody takes care of it, and therefore it gets dissipated. It's fish in the oceans. The fish in the ocean are a common good. What you get it, if you go catch the fish, it's yours. Tragedy of commons is there's nobody that takes care of the fish then. It's just whoever gets the most fish, that's who gets them, and when they're gone, they're gone. And that's the problem with the Ogallala Aquifer. Generally, it's a tragedy of the commons. We've got a common resource that's there under the ground, it belongs to the state of Kansas, that you have a usufructuary right, you have a property right to, that's your property right, but it belongs to the people in general. And the whole thought is, because this is the way it's worked all the way around the world, is that in the tragedy of the commons is nobody takes care of the common good, everybody just goes gets as much as they can, and eventually you just run out of it. And that's what you see those pictures in Clovis, New Mexico, and in Texas. Tragedy of the commons. Water was all used up, just no more of it. You have a chance here to not do that. The problem with it is, it's kind of like a community bank account. It's not, I mean, it's yours, but it's like you got it with 50 other people here in this room. It's all your bank account. And if too many of you pull out of the bank account, no bank account left. If everybody kind of pulls out less out of the bank account, we can keep a bank account for a long time. But everybody's got to kind of agree to this. And if you don't, if not enough of you agree to it, bank account's gone. And if some of you agree to it, but not enough of you agree to it, bank account's gone. Enough of you agree to it, and it's going to be some change. People are going to have some difficulty. We can keep this bank account for another 30 years. That's your choice. And most of the intellectual world studying these situations bets against you. Because they haven't seen these be very successful in very many places around the world. And the world's watching you. The National Geographic story was mostly about Kansas. Went all over the world. But these aquifers are in different places all over the world. And they're all going down. Because everybody's pulling too much water out. Just kind of the nature of the tragedy of the commons. You have a chance here today to do it different. And to show the people in this area, to show your children and grandchildren, we did something for you. And you can make it work. A local planning group that's worked on this. This is doable. This is workable. We've got an example north of you where this has worked already. You can do it. It's not without risk. It's not without difficulty, particularly on your part. But the trajectory we're on right now, we know where this is headed to. We know where we're going on the current road. There's not much doubt about that one. I have some huge changes in rain cycles and things that hardly nobody's predicted. I mean, who knows? I mean, something different, I guess, could happen. Not likely. We know the road we're on. We've got another path. You've got to make a choice. And it's your choice to make. And we're not going to hammer you. The state making you do it. You got to decide. And I plead with you and ask you, please do it. These guys have worked locally. The WCA people have. They've made a good plan. This is workable. You can do it, but you've got to choose. And I'm pleading with you, show the world that you can do it. You may not think, look, I'm in Wichita County and who's paying attention? A lot of people paying attention. We've hired some of the best expertise in this state and in this country to come up with these various tools and options. It's there for you. And I really plead with you that you will. And then just let me close by saying just thanks for who you are. I've gotten to work with some of you over the years, and I love my state, and I love the people here. And they're really good-hearted people that want to do what's right. It's got to be given options. And that's what we've tried to do, is give you options. And I appreciate who you are. I appreciate that you're hardworking on the land. When we talk about making this country great again, a couple of key places to do it is agriculture and energy. We do it. We do it better than anywhere in the world. Your numbers are the best agricultural numbers in the world. Nobody beats this area. One thing that can beat us is the lack of water. That's the one thing that's out there that actually can beat us in this area. But other than that, your technology, your ability, your work, what you do working-wise, the infrastructure that's here, you're the best in the world. You've got to have water. Thanks for letting me join you. God bless you all.